team is getting its first foreign coach.
Please put us out of our misery on the pronunciation of your name.
Well, in Swedish, it's Goran Erickson. Sven Goran Erickson.
Sven Goran Erickson is in fact the best coach on the continent.
Sven Goran Erickson walking out.
But it doesn't yet.
He was a PE teacher from rural Sweden. Describing himself as a distinctly average player, at the age of 27 he turned his hand to coaching.
He was the one who really burst onto the scene then, and we were contemporaries, and someone I very much identified with and put, if you like, into a bracket of coaches that I liked, admired and respected.
At the time, a young Roy Hodgson was making his own mark in Sweden.
What I saw was a very dedicated, very enthusiastic, very passionate football coach, a good student of the game.
Gothenburg, winners by 3-0, become the first Swedish club ever to lift a major European trophy, and a victory that was very well deserved.
He won the UEFA Cup, and that was an incredible achievement. And Sweden was just a stepping stone, as indeed it was for me.
Sven went on to manage teams in Portugal and Italy.
He did a good job in all of his clubs in Italy, and that's probably where I first got to know him more. I was invited to his house for dinner, and he had his own tennis court, and we played, and I remember having to be carried off the court with that one with cramps. That was not a particularly heroic ending.
As Sven Goran Eriksson holds the trophy, the 32nd and last name on that will be that of Lazio of Rome.
After winning 7 trophies in under 4 years with Lazio, Sven's reputation was never higher.
There's no doubt in my mind that the FA are seriously considering whether to appoint a foreign coach.
Speculation was rife he was going to get the England job.
My agent actually still phoned me and asked me, should you be interested in being the England manager? He said, well, you're joking, I said, it's not possible. You know that because I'm not English.
Sven was a massive Anglophile, a very big fan of English football.
Some days after, the FA phoned me, and of course I was interested. You can't say no to that job. It's the biggest football job in the world.
The Football Association has at last found someone to take on the job as England's coach, and it'll be the first time a foreigner takes charge of the national side.
And the new England coach thrust into the full glare of England's media for the first time.
Half the country don't know you, the other half don't want you. Why have you taken the job?
Very good. No, of course it's a lot of pressure on the manager having this job. But that means it's a very big job.
And Heskey! Good finishing, and he's 2 up.
The CV spoke for itself, so when he was mentioned, it was like, wow, okay, this is huge. So we're very excited just to see and intrigued to see what differences he would bring. Everything was just calm with him. I honestly can't remember him shouting at all. Even off the pitch, gave us a lot of respect. We were lucky we had David Beckham as our captain, so they were very close, and they worked hand in hand to really allow us to be relaxed and be prepared and be the best we could possibly can. He saw something in me, and I had to repay that.
And Emil Heskey got his chance when England faced their biggest rivals ahead of the 2002 World Cup.
It's a game that England have to win in Germany, which they haven't done for a long, long time.
It's not easy.
No.
The build-up to that game was huge.
I think they are favourites. They're playing at home, but even favourites lose now and then.
Well, what a big night it is for Sven Goran Eriksson. If England could get a win here, it would boost so much morale and confidence in this man.
And we go 1-0 down after 7 minutes. So it was backs against the wall, but that again we feed back into Sven himself. He's so relaxed. Don't worry, we're going to be okay. And he's just got this calming voice and calming nature.
I'm
managed to get the 5th, which was amazing.
Could it be 5? Yes, it is!
After the game, he just come in and says, well done. And I was like, is that it? We just beat Germany 5-1. We just annihilated them in their backyard. But yeah, it's just him through and through. Well done. We've got a game on Tuesday, that's it.
But stories about Sven which weren't just about football were selling millions of papers.
Sven Goran Erickson has been finding out the hard way that his private life is now front-page news.
The media delved into his private life a fair bit.
You can still read all about it on pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes on.
He just took it in his stride. He never ever made it spill onto us. He never ever made it affect what we were trying to achieve within football.
Well, I learned very quickly in this country that if you want to sleep well, don't read the press.
BBC Coach of the Year is Sven Goran Erickson.
Thank you to the players. Without good football players, you can't be a good coach or manager. It's impossible. I have had many football teams in my life, but never with so many and so good supporters as England has. It's beautiful wherever we go. And also to the FA for bringing me to this country. I enjoy it very much. Thank you very much to all of you.
And sad news reaching us in the last few minutes because the former England manager Sven Goran Eriksson has announced that he's been diagnosed with cancer.
There could have been no tougher situation than having to come out and tell the world my diagnosis is so bad that there is no hope for me. I think that was a very brave and strong thing to do.
Since I was, I don't know, 10, 12 years, huge Liverpool fan. And I'm still a Liverpool fan. And I got it from my father, I think.
Sven Goran Eriksson lived out a lifelong dream this afternoon as he led out a team of Liverpool legends against Ajax greats at Anfield.
I think it was a very good gesture from Liverpool Football Club. It was a classy thing to do for a very classy person.
They get a lot of the older players, myself and Ian Rush, to be his assistants. So it was a nice day for Sven. And it was a nice day for everyone because Sven is a great man. Sven was tearful. You know, he was very emotional. They gave him a wonderful welcome. Being a Liverpool fan, it really meant a lot to him. You could see. And I don't think even he expected to react in that way because Sven is normally calm and cool, but you can see how emotional he was. It was just a celebration of the foundation and the charity match, and also Sven being the manager of Liverpool.
The person that I spoke to in the latter part of his life, the last year when I spoke to him on the phone, it sounded just like the person I'd spoken to when I first met him on the touchline in 1979. I remember Sven as a top European coach and manager, as a good friend, as a humble and intelligent person.
I know that I'm a lucky man. I have been on the top level in football for many, many years. And I thank you to everyone, every player I've had.
Tonight they'll never forget.
He'll be remembered fondly by not just us as players, but as a nation of football lovers, especially for that 5-1 game.